Within the week, I was visited by a friend who always worried about embarking his journey to become a content creator. The only thing stopping him becoming a content creator is, believing by a myth that in most of the platform, all the adapters have already, occupy all the spaces. There's no need for new innovators. Believe me, he was curiously asking me how can he find his voice and become authoritative. So my advice to him was, anyone or anybody he could think of, start somewhere from zero, be it YouTuber, athlete, author, musician, politicians, billionaires, millionaires, content creators, they all start somewhere from zero. But the only thing that made few people become successful with their craft is basically because of their priorities. They look for personal growth and development. They put actionable strategies into practice. They hang around in the group of intellectuals that will help them learn to grow. And because of this obsession by working day by day, mastery was made possible by their relentless pursuit with their. So the only thing stopping him embarking his journey to become successful is waiting for the perfect time to attain that level of mastery or become clever. Believe me, it doesn't have to be that. Instead, take the first step, hit the publish, then later from your analytics, you could figure out what works and what doesn't. You need to pay more attention to your data as pattern emerges. You need to double down to find least, then take proper action. Don't let your ego tricks you that, you need to become clever. Just lay down the brick on top of another, and together it would be the foundation of something better than you think, right? The moment you embark on a journey, you should focus more on creating quantity content with an accepted level of quality so that you can experiment with different possibilities, so that you can devise a system that will always get you the result you want. Believe me, with all these tips, you can't just become successful overnight, right? But when you endure enough to below the category of one, you'll be unstoppable. For instance, how many great TV shows, athletes, billionaires, musicians, authors, billionaires, content creators, and some of the famous people have you discovered in their late episode? I mean, you could narrow a lot of them, right? I started watching The Blacklist after they have released season 4. Elon Musk has to start producing Tesla before I knew he even existed. Mr. This, right? The YouTuber, the entertainment guy, right? Has reached more than 70 million subscribers on YouTube before I knew he even existed. This is just a common experience that tons of content being produced, but at the early stage you hardly get to notice them. But when those people endure and do category of war, then all of a sudden when one of their contents or videos surface on your feed, then you will become obsessed with their content. But at the early stage, you hardly get to notice it. That's just why when you are just starting, you should focus more on creating quantity content with an accepted level of quality so that we can experiment with different possibilities that will help you, devise a system that will always help you to get the result you want. Forecasted people behind you are going to criticize you for having the guard, to embark on your journey. That is why you should focus more on hanging around in a group of intellectuals that help you learn to grow. Have you ever wondered why most of the successful people doesn't have time to play kindergarten with you? Because they are growth oriented, so they focus more on growth. So if you are not there to help them learn to grow, then there is no point of being into the relationship. That is why they always cut down any toxic relationship because you are not helping them learn to grow. Because if you are not getting better, you are getting worse. So that is why when you are just starting, you should focus on, hanging around in a group of intellectuals that share similar identity who will help you learn to grow, right? Always don't shy away from competition. If someone do it better, they try to do it excellently. It is always possible, to beat people if you give yourself more tries than them. Millionaires are millionaires because of their habit. Athletes are athletes because of their habit. You could make it upon by improving upon your small wins every day. Always believe in yourself. You can do it. So this is what I have to share with you today, and thank you for having your time. See you in the next episode. Right? Bye bye.